Hey writers, Lee Jessup here with part 5 of what was supposed to be a 5-part series, but I already know there'll be a bonus video, so 5+ series, all about becoming the best writer that you can be. With today's 5th installment, all about getting notes. Getting notes for your work is incredibly important because screenwriting is really a blueprint, right? It is not a novel. It doesn't exist in its own right. It's not a thing that you can go and self-publish, or you can, but we wouldn't advise you to. It's really what is going to start the conversation about this project based on this blueprint that you created. And in order for it to be as effective as we want it to be, we want to make sure that that blueprint is landing as we want it to. It's really delivering the way that you have intended on everything from story to character to structure. And the way that we confirm that is by getting notes. Now, if you have a lot of friends who are in the screenwriting space who are ahead of you on the journey and can give you some notes, great, go for it. If you don't, you have to pay for notes, usually earlier in your career before you have a lot of writer friends who will then come in and give you notes. You have to do that. The point, though, is that screenwriting is an iterative process. And because of that, we write, we perfect, we get notes, we take a step back, we consider the notes. We don't take 100% of the notes, but we certainly look at what notes will serve to improve the story that we're trying to tell. Then we rewrite again, then some more notes. I can tell you that every last one of my working writers, when they are developing an original work, they are always going to get notes from friends, from other writers, from people they worked with in a writer's room, on material before it goes to their agent, manager, before it goes to producers, because you want to make sure that everything is landing as you want it to. Now, not everybody's going to love your work. That's an important thing to remember, and that's not the bar that we are looking for, right? We're not looking for a world in which every last person says, oh my God, it's the best screenplay I've read in forever. But we are looking for some positive response, and we're looking to see the material is landing as it should. I've read scripts that I thought were perfectly executed, but I didn't connect with them emotionally, but the execution was perfectly fine, perfectly apt as it needed to be. And so not everybody's going to connect with the work, and that is something that we accept, but we want to have an understanding of what may come up for executive, what may come up for producers, for managers as they read the work, so that we can make it the very best work that it can be, because you generally only get one shot for a script, right? If somebody reads the script and says, it's a pass for me, coming back and saying, hey, but I have a new draft right now, that's not always going to go over great unless they initially gave you some notes and said, okay, if you want to make some changes and get it back to me, I'd love to take another look. That's why getting notes and continuing to perfect the work until we get to a place where the notes are purely cosmetic, and then we feel like, it's getting to a place where there are no big changes. The work is there. The work is landing. Sure, a producer can come on and give us some more notes, but for the most part, it's where it needs to be. That's when you know that the script is ready to go. Additionally, it's really important to learn how to listen to notes, how to take notes, how to listen for the note behind the note, to potentially question the fix but address the note, because as a working writer, whether it's on features or on TV, you are going to be taking notes on the work, and learning how to process those and how to implement those is going to be a key skill for your screenwriting career. All right, you guys. So as I said, there'll be a bonus video tomorrow. Subscribe for more because they are coming. And hopefully you found all of this helpful. Bye.